Okay, that's Evelyn on the left and Josh on the right, and this is my third informative speech with research.
Recall the fairy tale The Princess and the Pea. She may have gotten her Prince Charming, but that was after a night of horrible rest. If you don't remember this particular fairy tale, it's probably because her lack of sleep prevented her from having a happy ending. That's what can happen if you don't have a good night's sleep. Most of us power through our days and don't pay any attention to the quality or the amount of sleep that we're getting. Oh, the life of a college student. We rarely ever get a full night's sleep, and if we do, it can be on a little, hard dorm room bed, or maybe you consistently fall asleep on that old couch in your basement, staying up too late studying or doing your homework. Yes, as a college student and a member of the workforce myself, I rarely ever get a good night's sleep. But some of my college courses have taught me the importance of doing so. According to PubMed Central, 60% of college students suffer from a lack of good sleep. That's way too many of us who are already working towards a better quality of life. So why are we making ourselves suffer for it? Sleep is vital, and many of us do not realize that we're jeopardizing our health. Why is that? Because they don't teach us this type of thing in high school or in grade school. There are numerous common factors that can help you determine whether you get proper night's sleep every night. Depriving yourself of this can lead to physical and mental consequences and have a long-term effect on your happiness. Does that sound like an enjoyable life? Of course not. I would like us college students to better understand what happens if you don't make good sleep a priority. There are a few common themes that can prove to you whether you get a proper night's sleep. According to Amanda McMillan from Health.com, Dr. Philip Gurman, who specializes in sleep medicine, says that you should be falling asleep in less than 30 minutes. If it takes you longer than that, then it could be due to two common things. The first is that you could be trying to fall asleep way too early, going against your body's natural clock. It's not ready to fall asleep yet. The other thing is you could be taking part in activities that are keeping you awake and alert, such as scrolling through your phone or watching TV. SCL Health says that your smartphone, your TV, and any other LCD screen gives off something called blue light, which you've probably heard of. Blue light affects your body's production of melatonin, and melatonin is what helps your body determine its circadian rhythm, which is its sleep cycle, when it wants to go to sleep and when it wants to wake up. Not only is blue light a problem, but you could be scrolling through Facebook or social media and you could see something that would upset you or frustrate you and arouse any other emotion and keep you alert. Another thing that McMillan says is included in a good night's rest is not waking up more than once per night. If you wake up once per night here and there, it's not a big deal. It happens to everybody. But if you wake up multiple times every night, then it's probably due to a disease, such as sleep apnea. I suffer from sleep apnea, so does my brother. So I can vouch that this is likely true. Another factor that will help you get a good night's sleep is solely using your bed for sleep. If you use your bed for other activities, then it's going to make it hard for your body to associate your bed with sleeping. For example, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs says that if you sit in bed awake and frustrated, then you're going to associate your bed with being awake and frustrated, and you don't want that. If you notice that you don't do these things, then you're probably suffering from good sleep quality. There can be numerous negative consequences, as I said before. There can be physical consequences. Eric Sooney from sleepfoundation.org says that sleep deprivation can lead to things such as cardiovascular disease, obesity, or diabetes. Not only are there physical consequences, but there are mental consequences as well. It could affect your ability to focus, your memory, and it could cause slowed thinking. I noticed that I fell under this category. I noticed that my memory and my ability to focus had began to suffer quite a bit. I had really been struggling to get up and go to work in the morning, and I had really been struggling to focus and do my assignments for school. It turns out that I not only had sleep apnea, but narcolepsy as well. Had I been educated earlier in my life, I probably could have treated these diseases before they affected my school and my work life so heavily. I truly believe that this information will be useful to you as it would have been to me in my past. After informing you about the importance of sleep, I hope that no one messes with your sleep as they messed with the princesses from our fairy tale. Now you'd be able to recognize if someone or some things, such as diseases or lack of good sleeping practices, is affecting your sleep. If something is, then you're in for a rough road ahead, physically and mentally. Everyone in this room should now know the importance of good sleep. Personally, I'm glad to have this knowledge now so I can apply it to my future school and work life. Knowing the importance of sleep can really affect our overall happiness, long-term happiness, and our ultimate common goal of feeling happy and healthy. The end.